Hello viewers, in this video we are going to discuss about different mathematical functions available in Matlab. I have classified the entire the function into three categories: elementary function, specialized function, other function. In the elementary function, in command area you type help space EL function. EL function represent elementary function. So once you typing this, and you will get four different categories of function. The first category going to be trigonometry function. So under this category we have got so many functions, and next one is exponential. Here you will get so many functions, and third classification is complex, and fourth one is going to be rounding and remainder. And these are all the four categories of functions are available in elementary function. So many functions are available in these elementary function, but we will not study the entire thing. We'll have a few important functions one by one. So in trigonometry, we'll see sine, cos and tan, and exponential, we'll see square root and then exp, e power and then log value. In complex, how to get absolute value, and then how to get a real and imaginary value from the given complex number. So now I want to find out sine value of 60 degree. So the argument to be passed to calculate sine should be in terms of radians. You cannot give 60 degree. You have to convert the 60 degree into radians. So this is the answer. And then I want to find out square root of 45 plus 55. It is 10. And then I want to find out the absolute value between 58 minus 62. It is going to be 4. And then I want to find out what is the real value of this complex number A. A is a complex number, 4 plus 5i. I want to get the real value of this A and the imaginary part and conjugate and then angle. And this is important one, rounding and remainder function. We have got 5 category, important category. So the round already we know clearly, it will round to the next nearest integer. Suppose I am rounding, round open bracket 10.2 close the bracket will give you 10. Round 10.8, it will give you 11. The round function will round the given value to the nearest integer number. Okay. And then fix, floor and seal, what it will do. See, if you take fix, it will move towards 0. That means a value I have given fix minus 11.6. That means 0, here minus 11 and minus 11.6 and then minus 12. Fix will move towards 0. That means it will move in this direction. So minus 11.6. Minus 11 is nearest to 0. The answer going to be minus 11. And then floor 10.6. Floor will move towards minus infinity. That means I have given 10.6. So 0 and then 10 and 10.6 and then 11 will be there. So now 10.6, the floor will move towards minus infinity. In this direction it will move towards in this direction. So that means your 10.6, before 10.6 you will have a value of 10. And then you will get answer of 10 because it will move towards minus infinity. And then floor minus 11.2. See here minus 11, minus 11.2 and then minus 12. See, floor will move minus infinity, you will get answer of minus 12. And round already I told you. And seal. Seal actually will move towards plus infinity. Seal minus 10.2. See 0 and minus 10 and minus 10.2 and then minus 11. Move towards plus infinity, you will get 10. That means minus 10. And then seal minus 10.8. So minus 10, minus 10.8, minus 11. Since it has to move towards positive infinity, the value of seal minus 10.8 is going to be minus 10. Seal 10.2. 0, 10, 10.2 and then 11. I have to move towards plus infinity, then 10.2 of CL value going to be 11. That is the value of 11. And remainder, that 5 8s are 40, 7 is remainder. And then some specialized function. So if you are typing help specialized function, you will have three category. One is specialized math function, second one is number theoretical function, and third one is coordinate transformation function. So we will not see all the function, we'll see few important functions. So in specialized mathematical function, we are going to see cross product and dot product of the given vector. And number of theoretical function, we'll see what is GCD, greatest common divisor, and what is LCM, least common multiplier. In coordinate transformation, we'll convert Cartesian to spherical coordinate, convert Cartesian to polar coordinate. Now this is A value and this is B value. I want to find out cross of A and B. So for getting the cross of 1, so you have to take 2 into 1 minus 4, you will get minus 2. Similarly for this, I want to get 1 into 1 minus 1 into 3, that means minus 2, and again the minor you have in the second term is minus or minus plus 2, likewise third term. And what is the dot product? 1 into 3 plus 2 into 4 plus 1 into 1, the value going to be 12. And then LCM of 5, 12, it is 60, and greatest common divisor between 5 and 12 is 1. And Cartesian to polar, this is a function name. It will take argument, or we can pass x value, y value here. See, if you are passing x value, y value, it will give you what is the distance and what is the angle from x-axis. And if you take polar to Cartesian, so this is actually a function. It will convert polar coordinate into Cartesian coordinate. The input argument is r value, that is distance, and theta value. You will get x value, y value. This is x value, y value, right? And then this is for Cartesian to spherical coordinate. The input parameter are x value, y value, z value. It will convert this x value, y value, z value into theta and pi and r. R is the distance, theta is the angle from x-axis, pi is the angle from xy plane. And we'll see some other function called size. If you are passing a matrix in size function, it will return number of rows and columns are present in the matrix. See, this is the matrix or array given A, 1 row, second row, third row, 1 column, second column, third column. So size of A will return the number of rows and number of columns. And then length function, whenever a array or vector is passing inside, it will give you total number of element in the vector or array. So I have given length A of colon comma 1. What is the meaning of A of colon comma 1? See, the entire row element of first column. So first column, entire row element. There are 3 elements. That is the answer of this. And then zeros r comma c. If you are using this function, it will fill 0 this many rows and this many columns. Zeros 2 comma 3. It will fill 0 first row, second row, and first column, second column, third column. And ones r comma c. It will fill ones. So 2 comma 2. 2 rows and 2 columns filled with the value of 1. And then RAND, this function will return a random value between 0 and 1. And random r comma c, this function will return this many rows and this many column of random value between 0 and 1. So rand 2 comma 1, 2 rows and 1 column, the values are between 0 and 1. And this is actually normally distributed random value for this many row and this many column. So this is the function output. And then rand I, or otherwise rand int. So this will generate integer number between 0 to k minus 1, this many row and this many column. This is in old version and this is in latest version. So the syntaxes get changed. In old version, row, column, comma, the maximum, the integer value. Here the maximum integer value, row value, column value. So in this example, I have taken rand integer, 3 rows and 2 column, and within 6. That means the value becomes 0 to 5. So I'll get 0 to 5. And then rand permutation combination of the given number n. I'm using rand perm of 6. I'll get a sequence of number of 6. Other functions are minimum, maximum, mean, sum, and then product, standard deviation, difference, cumulative sum, and cumulative product. So this is the array A. I want to find out minimum of A. So if the given array is more than one row, then automatically the minimum function will return the minimum value of each column. The minimum value of each column. This array having 3 rows. Then automatically the minimum value will return the first column minimum value, the second column minimum value, and third column minimum value. The same thing is applicable to all other functions. The maximum of A, it is 40, and then 60, and then 70. And then mean value, you will get the mean value of 10, 40, 32, 27.33. Similarly, other things. And then I want to have sum of A. That means 10, 40, and 32, 82. And then similarly this. And I want to have product of A. That means 10 multiplied by 40 multiplied by 32. The answer is 12,800. And in this exercise, what we'll do is, we want to get the product of the first row element. If more than one row is present, I want to have the product or sum of a single row. So this is the way I can get the product and sum of a single row. See, B1 comma colon. The meaning of B1 comma colon means first row of entire element of array B. That means 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is product. 4 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 6 and 7, you will get 840. And sum of B1 comma colon, first row of entire column. So that means I want to have first row entire column 4, 5, 6, 7. The sum going to be 22. Similarly, I can get cumulative sum. I can get difference value. The other important function is circular shift. The array can be rearranged with respect to R value, C value. That means I have to push the row or I have to push the column. So based on this condition, the entire setup of the given array get changed. The structure of the array get changed. Okay. Now this is the array it is given, and I have given A value, and B is equivalent to circular shift of A comma 1. So now this is your matrix A. I have given 1 here. Now see what will happen. So now in this matrix, it is pushing from top to down the value of 1 row. So top to down 1 row means if you are pushing down 1 row, so what will happen? The third row will come out from the position, and this will go and occupy the first row, right? That is the answer of this. And if you want to have the circular shift of A 1 comma minus 1, so this is going to be row shift and this is going to be column shift. Suppose I don't want anything in row shift, you can put the value of 0, right? Suppose I don't want anything in column, then I can put value of 0 here, right? Now here 1 comma minus 1. So this 1 initially it will take place. The answer of A comma 1, it is going to be this 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have given minus 1. So minus 1 in the sense you are pushing from your right to left. Then if you are pushing here for 1 column, then what will happen? This first column will go out. That means second will occupy first position. The third column will occupy the second position. The first column, it will occupy your third position. So that is the meaning of this. And number to string. So this function will take integer value or number as input and it will convert into string. And string cat, it is a function, whatever the string, if you are giving inside, it will concatenate all the strings and it will give you a single string. So AS, this number to string function, it convert the value, numerical value 3 into string. String cat. This is string number 1, this is string number 2, string number 3. 3 strings are joined together, I'll get a single string using string cat function. And flip upside to down and flip left to right. See, this is the matrix A. If I am using flip upside to down, so that means 7, 4, 1, we have to arrange like this. 8, 5, 2, we have to arrange like this. Similarly, 9, 6, 3. This is upside to down. This is upside to down. And then flip left to right. That means you have to travel left to right. That means 3, 2, 1. You will have like this. And 6, 5, 4. You are writing like this. And this is left to right. So 9, 8, 7. So this is left to right. This is upside to down. And this is rotate 90-degree counterclockwise of this matrix A. So this is A. If it is rotated counterclockwise direction, you will get 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 4, and then 9, 8, 7. This is the answer of this. And then I want to use short rows. This is an important function which will be used very much in optimization techniques. Short rows is a function. It will take 2 arguments. One argument is matrix and second argument going to be column number. See, corresponding to this column number, so it will sort the entire rows of the given matrix. The column number may be plus or minus. If it is minus, the rows are arranged from maximum to minus of the corresponding column number. If it is plus, it will arrange minimum to maximum of this column number. So example, A is given like this. I am using short row A comma minus 3. A, this matrix or array, and 3 indicate the third column, minus indicate the third column maximum to minimum. So what is the maximum value here? 75. So the third row will come first. And this is second value, it comes second. And this is lower value, it comes third. So this is short rows A minus 3. If it is A comma 3, then what will happen? So in this column, third column, it will arrange minimum to maximum. That is, this is going to be minimum. You will get 10, 20, 30, 28. And second minimum is 50. And you will get the entire row. And third minimum is 75. You will get third row. Right? And then this is actually next important function, regression statistics. So in almost all experimental oriented research work, the researchers, what they will do is, they used to conduct experiment, they used to vary the parameter, they used to measure the response. They want to construct a multilinear regression equation, for which they are using Minitab. So by using regression statistics function available in Matlab, once you are knowing or you are giving the parameter value and the objective value, and based on your constraint, whether you required linear equation or interaction equation or quadratic equation, you will get the coefficient, R square value, and mean square error value of the experimental data. So now this is actually an experimental data. F1, F2, F3, F4, these are all going to be parameter value. For example, I'm taking a machining operation. In machining operation, my objective is I want to measure the material removal rate. I want to have maximum material removal rate. So that is going to be my objective value. And the F1 to F4, these are all parameters. In a machining process, the speed is one of the parameter, depth of cut, and then feed rate. These are all going to be different parameter. By changing different parameter, I'm measuring what is my objective value. So this is actually by conducting experiment, I'm getting this data. Usually researchers using these data and they implement in Minitab software, they will get the multiple linear regression equation where they will get the R squared value and then mean square error value. Now they need not to go to the Minitab software. Using regression statistics function, you will get what is the coefficient, R squared and other value. Now I have copied all the data into the variable data. I am defining a variable f1. I am using regression statistics as a function. This function syntax, this is going to be your objective value or y value. This is going to be your x value. This is your what you call response. This is your parameter, and this is your type of equation they required, linear or interaction or quadratic, right? So here this is first column, second column, third column, fourth column. These four columns represent parameter value. The fifth column represent my objective value or response value. So because of that, data colon comma 5. The entire data in the fifth column represent my y value. The entire data available in 1 to 4 column represent my parameter or x data. This is y data, x data, and then type of equation. Then you will get these answers. So R square value, mean square error value, and then the coefficient. So if you want to retrieve the coefficient, what you can do is you can use the beta, f1 dot beta. You will get the coefficient value. If you want to get the R square value, you have to type f1 dot R square. If you want to know what is mean square error value, f1 dot MSC, I'll get the mean square error value. So now, so this is the linear equation. Since I have given linear, so this is a linear equation represent for 4 parameter x1, x2, x3, x4. And A, B, C, D, E are your coefficient. So this is a tutorial that we want to work it out. So in this what you call fourth exercise. So in this tutorial we have got 10 exercise. The first exercise, you have to find out A and B value corresponding to maximum and minimum value of f. So this is the data given corresponding to the maximum value of f. I want to read what is the A value, B value. Corresponding to minimum value of f, I want to read what is A value, B value. That is the first exercise. And second exercise, I want to get sum of A and minimum of A, and then maximum of A, and then average of A and B. Both A and B, I want to have these values. And third one is find out number of rows and column of the given data. So and then the fourth one is we have to generate 10 by 2 random numbers between 0 and 1. Next is generate 10 random integer value less than 8. And sixth one is generate a job sequence for 10 jobs. And then you have to reorder the column, the given column, into V, F, SNO, and A. This you can use circular shift. And here you want to arrange 9th row as first and 10th row as second, and remaining row and its remaining position. So this is also using circular shift. And next one is generate 5 random number within 10 and select its A value corresponding to serial number. So from this 10, I want to generate any 5 value. So corresponding its serial number, I want to get A value, V value. So in this 9th exercise, I want to get only A value. In the 10th exercise, I want to get both A, V, and then F value. So these are all the exercise that we want to work it out in Matlab. So this is our command area. So in this command area that we are going to solve this. Now I want to copy this entire data. I want to copy this entire data, right? So I'm defining a variable data that equivalent to, I want to copy this data. I cannot copy directly from Matlab. I copied into Excel, and again I'm recopying from Excel and pasting in my command area. Now my first exercise, find out A value, V value corresponding to maximum minimum. Using short rows, you can find out maximum and minimum value. SRT is a variable name. Short rows is a function. It will take two data as input. One is going to be the array. Second one going to be the column number with which you want to sort the rows. I want to sort the rows based on fourth column because fourth column represent F value. So since minus symbol is not given, these are arranged from minimum to maximum, right? Now I want to have maximum and minimum value. See the A, V corresponding to maximum minimum value. I'm using this function. I'm making the single quote that the minimum value I'm displaying minimum value in the first record. So SRT, that means the first record. I want to have only these two data, that is second and third. So I'm giving 2 to 3, 2:3. See, because this column represent A, this column represent B. So that's why I've given 2 to 3. The 1 represent the first row, 2 to 3 represent second column, third column, right? And then I want to have minimum value. I just copied this. I'm changing into maximum. So the maximum value available in the last row, I'll change into 10. So in the last row, I want to have second and third column value. 10th row, second, third column value. This is the maximum value, 1.9208, 7.789. So based on maximum value, you got what is A value and then V. Similarly, based on minimum value of F, I'm getting the A and V value here. By using short rows, you can retrieve the minimum and maximum value of the given matrix. Now the second exercise, I want to find out some minimum, maximum and average value of A and B. See, A and B available in this data array as second and third column. Okay, I'm giving data that colon 2:3. I want to have 2 to 3. That means I'm giving 2 to 3, close the bracket. It will retrieve this data and sum will give you what is the sum of second column and third column, right? That is sum of my A and then B. Similarly, I can find out what is minimum value. I'm copying the previous statement and changing sum into minimum. Again, I'm copying previous statement, changing minimum into maximum. Again, I'm changing the maximum into mean. Now I want to find out how many rows and columns are there. How many rows and columns are there that I want to find out. So we have got 10 rows. We have got 10 rows and 4 column. We have got 10 rows and 4 column. So that is the size of the matrix. Using size function, I can find out the number of rows and column present in the given matrix or array. I'm using a disp function. I'm typing number of rows. Next, I'm going to use the function size. Again, disp and then open bracket, size of data, comma 1. Data, comma 1, because the size function will return a row matrix That means it will give you number of rows and column. The first value represent row and second value represent column. Okay, so because of that I have given 1 represent row, and I'm changing this as 2, I'm changing this as column. Okay, now I'll get number of columns, right? Now simply I can type size of data. You will get 10 and 4. You will get 10 and 4. For getting 10, I'm using 1. For getting 4, I'm using 2. This represent row and this represent column. Next is I want to generate 10 by 2 random numbers between 0 and 1. Using rand function, I can generate 0 to 1, 10 rows and 2 columns. 10 rows and 2 columns. And then next I want to generate 10 random integer value less than 8. See, the function is rand int. The function is rand int. The syntax is number of rows, comma number of column, and then the maximum integer value. See, the value generated are between 0 and the k minus 1. So I want to have less than 8. So 1 plus, because the value is 0 to 7. So I want to have 0 to that 0 I don't want. So because of that I am adding 1. Okay. So this statement will return less than 8, 10 random values. And I want to have random permutation combination for 10 jobs. Rand perm 10. I will get a sequence of 10 numbers. And then I want to reorder the column as VFSNOA. Now the order is SNO, A and V and then F. This is the column order. Now I want to change into V and then F and then SNO and then A. So this is the order. So for which I have to push the in this direction. Push the column in this direction. So the value going to be circular shift 0 and then -2. Then automatically -2 in the sense you are pushing right side to left. Then automatically these two will come out. The -2 represent right to left. 2 represent 2 column, first column, second column. So now these two go back. You will get in the order of V, F and then SNO, A. So now I want to shift the row 9 and 10. I want to have in the first and second row, and remaining going to be other rows. So what I want to do is circular shift data, and then I'm giving 2, 0. So 2 in the sense, so I want to have 9 and 10. So what will happen if you are pushing from top to down for 2 rows? So what will happen if you are pushing down 2 rows, the 9 and 10 will come out and it will go and occupy first and second position because I'm pushing down 2 rows, right? So this is the answer. And next is I want to generate 5 random number within this 10. Within this 10, I want to generate 5 random number corresponding to the serial number. I want to select a value. I want to select a value. So already we know how to generate a random integer value, that is R1 equal to 1 plus rand int. I want to have 5 value, 5 comma 1 comma, so 9. Okay, I'm giving 9. So 1, I'm adding 1. Okay, so that I will get within 10. So now this is the random value is generated. Now corresponding to 9, see the value of A going to be 0.02693. Now I want to retrieve this value. For retrieving, I'm using data comma R1. This is the matrix value comma 2 because the second column represent A value. Now we can see the 9th serial number A value going to be 0.02693, and the 5th serial number it is going to be 0.6928. Similarly, all other serial number the A value is retrieved. And the next exercise is you have to generate 3 random number within 10 and you have to select its A value, V value and F value. So in this exercise we have selected only A value. Now we want to select A, V and F. Okay. Now for generating random number 1 plus a random integer, 3 rows and then 1 column, comma 9. So 3 random numbers generated. I want to have the corresponding value of A, V, F. A in second column, V in third column and fourth column. That means I have to put 2 colon and then 4, right? So I have given 2 colon 4, right? Now you will get the answer, right? For 8th serial number, so this entire value is retrieved. And for 3, the third serial number corresponding to AVF is retrieved. So likewise, other data has been retrieved. So in this video, we'll discuss about the logical relational operators and then flow control functions. These are all called relational operator. This double equal to symbol represent equal to, and this represent not equal to, and this is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And logical operator, we have and then or, and then not. And then flow control, we have if statement. If this condition is true, it will execute this expression. If not, it will check this condition. If this condition is true, it will execute this expression. Both the condition is not satisfied, it will go to this expression. And this is going to be for loop. For, it's a variable name and starting value, increment value, and then final value. Till then, it will execute these expressions. Sometimes we want to increment with a value of 1. In that situation, you need not to give the increment value. If the increment value is not given, the default value is assumed as 1. And this is while statement. If this condition is true, it will execute this expression. Otherwise, it will come out. So in this expression, we have to give some increment or what you call some addition value so that this condition verify each and every time. And then we can use break. That means if you want to exit from the loop, you can use break. For example, this condition is true, this expression is executed. If this condition is true, it will come out from the break. Otherwise, it will going on performing these expressions. And one more what you call flow control statement is switch. It's a reserved keyword, it's a variable name, and it is a value of the variable. If this value of this variable is equal, then it will execute this expression. Otherwise, this value is equal, it will execute this expression. Both the value is not equal, it will execute this expression. So once this value is true, it will execute this expression and it will not go to the other statement, it will come out from this switch statement. Similarly, this case also, if this is true, it will execute this expression, it will come out from the loop. And these are the small exercise, we'll work it out. We want to read the value of AB and calculate C based on condition. If A is greater than B, you have to calculate C as A minus B. Otherwise, you have to calculate C as A plus B. The second exercise, you have to read starting, increment and end value of I, and you have to calculate A value by multiplying by 5 and you have to display the answer. You have to solve this exercise using both for loop and then while loop. And third exercise, you have to generate 10 set of random values between lower limit and then upper limit. And next one is, you have to read 5 student physics, chemistry, maths value, and you have to calculate total and average mark of each student, and you have to display the answer. And fifth one is, you have to read the value of A and B. You have to calculate C based on the choice is given. If your choice is A, you have to calculate A plus B. That is going to be your C. And if my choice is D, the value of C going to be equal to A power B, right? You have to use switch statement. And the last exercise is you have to calculate the grade of the student based on the given mark. You are getting the mark as an input, and based on the mark, if it is less than 50, you have to award second class. If it is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 75, you have to award first class. If it is greater than or equal to 75, you have to award distinction. Okay. See, now we'll solve this exercise on hand using the command area. See the first exercise. I want to read two value A and B, right? For getting A value, B value, I'm using input function. I'm giving A value as 15. I want to read B value. I'm entering B value as 3. Now I want to write the condition. The condition is A greater than B. Then C is A minus B. If A greater than B, my C going to be A minus B. That means display A minus B. If this condition is not true, that means else display A plus B. And then end. So now you will get the answer of 12. See, because A is greater than your B, that is you have to go for A minus B. 15 minus 3, you will get 12. Now I want to copy this statement. I want to do repeatedly. Second line is going to copy, and the entire if statement, these are all going to get copied. Okay, now we have to run it again. Once again, I'm keeping as a entire copy. So enter a value. I'm giving 17. B value 22. That is A is less than B. So that means you have to add these two values. Your answer is 39. So now again I want to run. So just I paste it. A value 16 and B value going to be 12. A less than B, that is 16 minus 12. So first exercise is over. And the second exercise, I want to read starting increment and n value of I. So I'm giving SIE, that is a variable name. Using input function, I'm going to get starting value, increment value, and n value. So once I got these values, I want to use for loop. I want to find out I multiplied by 5. I'm typing for I equal to, this represent the starting value. So SIE 1, 1, because first row, first element, that is starting value, and increment value, first row, second element, and final value going to be the first row, third element. And I want to display I multiplied by 5. I multiplied by 5. And then I'm giving end. Now I want to run. I'm making entire copy. I'm just running this command. Enter starting increment and end value. I'm giving 3, 2 and then 10. Now we can see the answer. 3 into 5 and then 5 into 5, 7 into 5 and then 9 into 5. See, because starting value is 3, increment is 2, right? I'm pasting again. Again, I'm giving enter starting increment and end value. I'm giving 1, 1 and 4. That means starting 1 into 5. Second one is 2 into 5. Third one is 3 into 5 and fourth one is 4 into 5. Now the second exercise is over. So if I want to run once again, so now in the second exercise I have used loop, for loop. Now I want to use while. I'm just changing the condition. I'm defining my I value going to be the first row, first column of SIE. I'm using while. So this is a condition. My I value is less than or equal to my final value, that is SIE 1, 3. SIE 1, 3. If this condition is true, I want to have this I multiplied by 5. Again, I want to have some incremental parameter, I equivalent to I plus SIE of 1, 2. If this increment statement is not there, the loop will do continuously, endless loop. Continuously, it will evaluate. So whenever you are using while, please take care of that you are using the increment value or decrement value, right? So now I am running. It's asking starting increment and end value. I'm giving same 1, 1, 4. Starting is 1, increment is 1, the end value is 4. I'm getting the same answer 5, 10, 25 and then 20, right? 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm copying and paste it again. Again, I'm giving one more run. Starting value 3 and increment 5 and then 20. So 3 into 5 and then 8 into 5 and then 11 into 5 and then 14 into 5. So these are all the values. And next exercise, what we want to do is we want to generate 10 set of random values between lower limit of 10, 2 and upper limit of 15, 5. Okay, I have solved fourth exercise. I'm getting 5 student marks for I equal to 1 to 5. So marks 1 to 5, that is the first student. And I want to get 3 data, physics, chemistry, maths. I'm giving 1 colon to 3 because I'm getting 3 data. I indicate the first row. When I value is 1, it indicates first row. When I equal to 2, second row. Now the same I value, I want to calculate the sum of the marks. Okay, I want to store in the fourth column, right? Marks of I, 1 to 3 because I want the sum of maths, physics, chemistry. That's why I have given first 2, 3 column. See, because first column maths is there, sorry, physics is there. Second column chemistry, third column is maths. Okay, and then next I want to find out the mean value, but I have given wrongly some value. So again the same thing I have given. You can see the result, and later on I have modified the sum into mean because it is recorded. So now I have given end. It will ask you enter physics, chemistry, maths mark. I'm giving the value of 50, 70, 80. Second student 60, 80, 90. Third student 85, 75, 90. Fourth student 83, 75, 87. And last student 93, 86 and 81. Now I want to display the answer. Display marks. So now you will get both are same. See, because already I told you, so instead of using mean function, I have used sum function. So that's why I'm getting the same answer of this. See here, I've used sum, and here also I've used sum. Now I want to change this into mean. Then only I'll get mean value. I'm copying this, pasting here, changing the sum into mean. I'm running the program. First student mark I'm entering. I'm trying to retrieve the previous value. I'm not getting it properly. I'm changing it now. Second student 90, 80, and then 70. Third student 50, 60, 70. Fourth student 60, 70, and then 80. Last student 80, 90, 78. Now I want to display the answer. Now you will get the what you call these three columns represent physics, chemistry, maths. This is sum and this is going to be mean value, right? Now we want to do the exercise 51. We have to read the value of A and B, and we have to calculate C based on the choice using switch statement. I'm copying A and B. I'm copying A and B value from the previous statement which you have typed in our command area. I just paste it. Now I want to enter the value of A is going to be 10 and B as 4. Now I've got A and B. I want to get one more value C. Based on the choice C, I want to calculate the value of A plus B or A minus B, A star B, and then A power B. So I'm defining C equal to input, enter your choice. That means you can enter A bar, B bar, C, and then D. Any four character, any one character you have to enter, right? Now it is asking to enter your choice. Okay, I'm giving my choice is going to be C. Here you have to give single quote C because here it is a character, so you have to give in a single quote. Now I'm using switch. The syntax is switch, and then you have to give the variable name. It's going to be C. Switch is a keyword or reserved keyword, and the variable name is C. And my case is going to be C value going to be A. I have to execute A plus B. I have to execute A plus B. That means DISP of A plus B. Next, my case is B. I want to execute A minus B. Next, my case is C. I want to execute A multiplied by B. And next case is D. I want to display A power B. Suppose anything is given other than ABCD, I want to display wrong choice. So for which the reserved keyword is otherwise, right? You have to display wrong choice. That's all. End. Because wrongly I have typed, instead of DISP, I have typed DIPS. I have corrected now. So now I'm running, I'll get 40. See, because I've given the choice is C. C is nothing but A multiplied by B, right? Now the entire thing is I have copied. I'm going to copy now. The choice C is given A multiplied by B. A is 10 and B is 4. The answer is we got is 40. Now I'm going to copy A, B value. I'm going to copy C value. Next, I'm going to copy the entire switch statements. And then I want to copy the entire lines. Now I want to run. It is asking A value. I'm giving 3 and B value is 4. My choice is going to be giving D. D is nothing but A power B. That means 3 power 4. That is 81. I want to run once again. Paste it. Enter A value and B value, and then choice I'm giving DE, that is other than ABCD I'm giving. So it has to display wrong choice. Yes. See, because once if you are not giving A, B, C, D, other than A, B, C, D, if you are entering any value, any choice, you will get the wrong choice. Okay. So with that, the fifth exercise is over. And sixth is, I want to get a mark. So I'm defining a variable marks that is equivalent to input enter marks awarded. I'm getting the mark from the user as 73. Now based on the mark, I want to calculate the grade, right? So if the mark is less than 50, if mark is less than 50, my grade going to be second class. I'm displaying second class. If my mark is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 75, so I'm going to use logical operator, marks greater than or equal to 50 and less than 75. This ampersand symbol represent and logical operator. Both the condition is true, then only it will execute the next line. This condition and this condition should be satisfied. So it will display first class, and otherwise it will display distinction and then end. Okay. I'm going to now you got first class. I'm going to copy the entire things because 73 is given. 73 is between 50 and 75. It's going to first class. Okay. So I'm copying the entire statement. Again, I'm going to copy the entire statement. So enter marks awarded. I'm going to give 76. It is greater or equal to 75. I'll get distinction. And then again I'm entering 43. It is less than 50. I'm getting second class.